Hiya, hiya. Okay, this is completely an experiment on my daughter Mercedes. I'm naming this new product after her. I hope I didn't even have the bird taste this, because if the bird dies, then I better die because I won't be welcome around this house. I've killed too many of them. We had a parrot that died because it didn't get a chance to talk. No, seriously, I've got this cheesecake, which is the Joey Reynolds cheesecake. Now it's legendary because the taste is great. It's a key lime cheesecake. It's fabulous, and everybody's always loved it and wants me to make it again and distribute it, and I'm really happy to do that. Now I got here with my generous cup of coffee. I have here the new Joey Reynolds cheesecakes. They're frozen and they're like popsicles, and I have never tasted it before. I made them. You're gonna like this. This would be a hit all summer. Cake sickles. Wow. I wonder who had that idea. Cheesecake sickles. Named for my daughter, Mercedes Sickles. She has a place up in Julian, California, a gem and jewelry store. Julian's in the mountains. It's where all the caves are, where the gold was. People went west to find gold, and they went to Julian, and that's where they got all the money to build that place called San Diego, which the Franciscan priest started with one of the missions. So they put this together after they got the money. You know, nobody does anything without the money. You got to have investment money. I guess you've heard this before. So they got the gold mine up there that's got gold in it, but nobody wants to mine it because it's better to know that you have the gold in there and form a shell corporation than it is to actually dig the gold out, process it, hire people to do all of the work. And unless you have seven dwarfs, it's not going to work, you know, to send people into the cave and they're going to be singing hi ho, hi ho. That doesn't work anymore. You got to pay people. They go in and they process it, they refine it, they take this gold and they treasure it. Now, it's a lot better to just have a shell corporation and say, we got gold down there and here it is, and I know, look at the electronic shows it, so let's start an investment company. Put your money here because you know you got gold. It's the backup. It's what we don't have in the U.S. Treasury. That's what we don't have, I'm told. Since I think it was Kennedy was the last one where we didn't have the right amount of gold to back up what we were spending. It's like every other family, you know. I wonder what the United States credit rating is. I wonder if we have one like that. Do they have some sort of way to borrow? I think they probably do. You know, I mean, like Russia right now is being squeezed a little bit. A little. I say they're being squeezed right out of the ball game. But you know, there's people that still like to invest in things that look like they're failing. There's a guy in Russia now who's American trained, and off of Wall Street, he lives in Russia, in Moscow. He better be positive, or he won't be around too long. He'll be in Siberia with his reporting to the Home Office of all the other dictators. Anyway, the fact of the matter is that this guy is making money off of things that fail. They're called commodities. Used to be that people invested in things that work. Now we invest in things that fail, because people then can say, oh, well, when it makes a comeback, it'll be double the value, triple the value. It's such a strange thing, this investment deal that we all have. I don't know where it started, but I have an idea that America started years ago when we said, okay, we're not going to give all this money to taxes to the king. Let's just give it to each other. I'll build you a house, you give me a chicken. That's a barter system. I think that's how it started. See, we never really learned about money in school. We learn about it when we go to bankruptcy court. Then all of a sudden, now you're an expert. But nobody really has the fix on the market in grammar school or elementary school, grade school. I don't think so. Unless you're born a genius, and there are kids who are, you know, they're gifted. I wasn't so gifted. I was, matter of fact, I was the gift that kept on taking. So we have a different society now than we've ever had before, and people are trying to figure everything out. Because you see, there's a lot of freedom here, and people really don't want to work. That's why you're having a hard time finding people. They're even paying people to, if you buy a pizza now at Domino's, they give you $3 back if you pick it up, because they don't want to pay anyone. They can't find anyone probably to deliver the pizza. And the other thing is they don't want to pay anybody, or they want to unionize, like Amazon has gone union now all of a sudden. Well, you see where that's going to go. That means that everybody else is going to pay more. That's what it means. They call it pay less. That shoe company's gone. You don't pay less, you pay more. And it's just the way we are in this capitalist society, which a lot of people have fought it, you know. I mean, other governments have fought it. They act like they know better. And yet they suck off the tit of the United States hog. You know, I mean, this is it. We have a gigantic bull on Wall Street. Well, it should be a big pig. And have people sucking off that big government tit. That's what it is. Is that a word to use on the air? I don't know. I don't know anymore. No matter what it is, you're going to be judged. Someone will say, "Hey, that's offensive," or someone else will say, "He's brilliant." There's so much controversy because there's so many opinions. You know, we used to say in talk radio, everybody opinions are like belly buttons. Everybody's got one. That's what we used to say. We don't even talk radio's gone anyway. It's gone. People don't answer phones because they don't talk on the phones. They text. You know, you've heard me say that before. I don't believe we should have an all-talk station. We need an all-text station. And people should sit there and do the Morse code. That's what it used to be when you were in a ship and you were sailing somewhere and you were in trouble, like the Titanic. You had a key and you would go dip, 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 dip. You make a Morse code, an SOS. I know what SOS stands for, and I'm hesitating to say it on this video. But there's some things we just can't play with anymore. And at this age, I'm not playing with anything. It's not about age. Really, it isn't. It's a state of mind. Yeah, it's about age. And I love those people who say it's not about money. Yeah, it is about money. And people with a lot of money and age, they can have anything they want to have because people want that. They want to have youth, and they want money. And when they have the combination of youth and money, usually you have a heart attack and you're going to be on a gurney. Wheel you into the emergency room if you are not careful. But that's what happens with these older people who are driving Mercedes-Benz and Porsche cars. You know, they got their Porsche because they are 60 years old and they've taken the money when their wife died. And they, did I say something wrong here? And then, you know, they inherit the money. See, the women used to live longer than the men. Not anymore. It changed. Why? Because women decided they want to be like men. So you're going to die first. You'll be like us. And the guys have a way of spending money after the wife is deceased. And you get the insurance money. If you didn't kill her, otherwise you pay the lawyer. And, you know, I don't know that I want to give them half of whatever I stole. So you're driving a Porsche, you're driving an exotic car, a Lamborghini, and somewhere you will probably wonder why you had lost your laptop. That's because when you were putting everything in your hands and carrying it out to the car, you put the laptop on the roof of the car, and then you drove away. You forgot. So now you're looking all day for the laptop on some road. You have all your friends doing it. Then you do find it with an 18-wheeler tire tread on it. Then you got to go buy a new one anyway. Did I find that story? That was Father Bernard told that story. And that's a true story, I guess, unless priests lie. Oh, priests don't lie. No, come on. So we have a different kind of a society since I have made my cheesecake entry into the... Now, see, this was frozen. Now it's thawed out. It's not well thought out. If it were well thought out, I wouldn't put cheesecake on a sickle. Well, that would be a good thing for Russia. Isn't that symbol the sickle? Russian sickles. Cocksicles. Wow. I don't like Russia. We're not supposed to. This is real good. You ought to create a demand for the Julia Reynolds cheese sicles. I'm trying to find the right name for it. I don't know the name for it. It's on a stick. It's cheesecake on a stick. This is the mold that I have here. I just want to show you because I know people are interested in cooking now. They watch all these ridiculous cooking shows. Well, here's another one, see? Now, would you buy this? It looks like pizza. It looks like hey, buffalo wings. If we could only do this with buffalo wings. No, this is a dessert. This is a wonderful dessert. It's a cakesicle. All right. I better go on a treadmill after I do all this experimenting. Isn't that good? I thought you'd like it. So that's it. Let's create a demand. It's a Reynolds wrap